Mr. E A S Prasanna was India's finest spin bowlers in the 1960s and 70s and was awarded with Padma Shri by the Government of India in 1970 itself. In 2004, the Board of Control for Cricket in India decorated him with the C.K. Nayudu Lifetime Achievement Award, the highest honor on a former player. Mr. Prasanna had his first darshan of Swami also in the 1970s. Let's now listen to the whole story of his journey to Swami.
Sairam, Sairam. So nice of you to come and ask me to uh, express my feeling about Swami, because many people were aspiring to meet him and have his darshan and whatnot. But I must say that I was extremely lucky, blessed, and his calling me to be one of the teammates to conduct the Unity Cup, I think was a pinnacle of my association with Swami. And I must tell you that before that, I was hearing about Swami all along in Whitefield, about Whitefield coming and. But one point of time, I was placed in Hyderabad by my company with whom I was working. And as on one Saturday afternoon, I think that was, a bunch of, you see, I was married to a Bengali. So a lot of people from Kolkata were followers of Swami. And they knew our family and they happened to land up in Hyderabad. And since we were based in Hyderabad, obviously it's more of before going to the Shivam house, they wanted to just pay their courtesy call to us. So they had been to my house. And I was working that day. So they asked, we have come here. Swami is going to inaugurate Shivam house. We have come. Would you like to come? But my wife, I come from typical South Indian, Madhva, Brahmin, so forth. So my wife said, look, they're all followers of Ragendra Swami, Lakshmi Narasimha, they're Kulago, whatever it is. I do not know how he will take this invitation to go and see the inauguration. But anyway, I'll check with him and then we'll see. So as they were finishing that visit of theirs, I happened to return to my home, being a Saturday half a day. So they asked me, said, look, Swami Sathya Sai Baba is here. He's going to inaugurate. Will you come? Without a blinking of eyelid, I said, yes, let's go. That's possibly because I was hearing about Swami, but my burning desire was to feel him. I did not know that I could feel him at all, but because he's a living God. So inquisitiveness is always there as human beings to feel. Okay. That was it. I was eagerly said. So as luck would have it, my wife and myself, we were taken to the Shivam house. As you know, first time I had been there. One side of the ladies and the other side is the gents. And those people from Kolkata, they felt they did not have anything to offer to Swami, like typical, they imagined about personally, I've been invited or darshan and then, like anyone else. So we will go and buy some fruits and garland. I say, you people go, I'll be here. So I showed them one, column where I was. So they went off with my wife, to maybe. As they left, to my surprise, Sevadel came to me. He said, are you Prasanna? I said, yes, I am Prasanna. Are you a devotee of Baba? I said, look, nothing but this over. No, you come. He took me to the place where Swami was residing. in that house. He was residing in the first floor. So I went in. There were 4 other couples with their all. I didn't have anything because my desire was only one thing. That's it. So Swami, as I was taken in, Swami started coming down, and there was as Swami started moving in, you know how it is, Swami coming, that sort of a hush, 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 hush. So, or I was just standing with my folded hand. So he went on, everyone did prostrate, and they, flowers, they came to me. He said, "What's your name?" I said, "Prasanna." "What's your father's name?" I said, "Dr. Anantarao." "What's your mother's name?" I said, "Sharadamma." At that time, Swami did like this. I was wearing a blue shirt, slack, because I didn't know the decorum and I was not in white basically. He smeared all his vibhuti on my face, including the chest. So my desire, I did not know. He fulfilled. I wanted to feel him, I felt. So he smeared all vibhuti on me, including. Then within second I went out. After Swami went, I could see as he was entering giving his darshan to the public, I could see the halo. Okay? But I followed like this. Meanwhile, all our wife and the other contingent, they were all searching for me. I said, "What happened? He's not there." So I just happened to see. My wife got worried after seeing me. She thought that I must have fallen down, stampede. I said, no, nothing happened. This is what happened. This was how, and I even till today, I do not know. There was that wry smile which Swami had, and the inquisitiveness he asked me, "Who's your father? Who is your mother? What's your name?" What it implies. Even today, when I think of it, I do not know. So that was the first time my desire and inquisitiveness Swami fulfilled. And I thought I'm extreme. And those people who came from Kolkata, they were astonished. That was the first time. Wow. Afterwards, we came back to Bangalore. Okay. My daughter was born in 1974. And I was traveling as a cricketer. Okay. My wife told me that my daughter was sick at one point of time as a child. And Swami came in the dream. He said, "Nothing to get worried. Doctor was saying all these things, there is nothing. She will be okay in 5. But once she will be 5, all these things will go. Everything will go."
Once she is age 5?
5. Ooh. And it happened. After 5, she has never fallen sick.
Wow.
Okay.
So this was just a message from Bhagawan in dream?
In dream. Wow. And then, before that, before my daughter was born, he said, one dream she came. "Come to Puttaparthi, no?" He has told my wife, "Come to Puttaparthi." I've gone, hired a taxi with a friend of mine, gone there, stood in the outside that, where the token, took the token, I've seen Swami, Kavi collecting the vibhuti and whatnot. We just happened to see and returned. No doubt, at that time I was very over enthusiastic to say. I stood up.
Oh, okay.
Because, look, Swami is called. And I am in the midst of the devotees. I mean, I am sure everyone will understand the anxiety, enthusiasm, and keenness. Yes. Swami just looked at me because, just looked at me. I got up because that instantaneous reaction, both reflex, whatever. That's one. Okay. Then, okay, just passed by. Or I was involved totally in cricket and, family, whatever it is. And then I think in 94 or 95, usually January the event takes place, no? Every January.
The sports with annual sports and
annual
cultural
sport.
meet. Yeah.
So I got a call from an official from Vrindavan that they have decided to present cricketing drills in front of Swami. So I went there. No doubt I addressed same thing what I just now narrated. I happened to narrate to the boys. Whether they liked it or not, I do not know, but this was my personal experience. And then during that time, I said, look, cricket batsman, bowler can guide or say exhibit the various strokes that have been played by a batsman. But the mindset was that they wanted a batsman. Then I thought, immediately I can help you in that. So I thought of Sadanand Vishwanath with a very, very good intention because he was an excellent cricketer by himself. But due to circumstances or whatever it is, he had gone astray. Till today, I tell you, with all good intention, I said, this man, if he goes to Swami, he may come back and become a better person as compared to what he was. With that intention, I told him, look, I contacted him. We'll go to Vrindavan. I'll introduce you to the person who's thrown this idea. Will you be able to do it? Well, he said yes. So he taught the various drills like forward play, cover drive, sweep, and all sorts of things.
Which was part of the cricket drill of the
Cricket
annual
drill,
sports
yes,
and culture.
yes. Okay, so he went on that particular day or one day before when he went. Normally, one day before they,
Yes.
the
Vrindavan students come to
Vrindavan students come, and being a coach himself,
correct.
He was also called. So he was also told in Vrindavan, in Puttaparthi, that the protocol is like this, when Swami calls you, go there. So I believe when he went, I did not know he had gone to Puttaparthi. Okay? The drill was being conducted. So anyway, but since he was staying almost next door to me, I believe when he came back, Swami presented him with that Navagraha ring, also, whatever.
Okay.
He showed
Navaratna
me.
ring.
He showed me. Then he said, I went. I forget the name with whom he went from Bangalore. Oh, but Swami asked me, where is Prasanna?
Swami asked him.
In the invite, in that room where he calls people.
The interview room.
Interview room.
Oh.
Oh, I said, okay. At least I felt inside,
Yes.
like any other human being, a little stomach clenching. Say, what is this? He didn't even tell me he was going to Puttaparthi. I could have gone, missed out meeting Swami. Because after 72, 73, no?
Correct.
This 21 years, 20 years gone. So I was feeling little disturbed, but consoling myself, I cannot rule that, allow it to rule me. Anyway, so I said, okay, maybe one day I will also get it. So subsequently what happened was, the person who called me from Vrindavan, he came to know that Sadanand Vishwanath alone has gone and Swami has inquired about me. Because you see, there is always a close circle with Swami, no? So he was one among them at that time. So then he telephoned, don't worry, you'll get another chance, he'll call. As luck would have, possibly following year or so. Again, during that time,
Yes.
annual sports day time, there was no participation of mine, but I was called. I was called by Swami, called Prasanna. This was what I was told. So myself, my wife went. We were told, when Swami calls you, you say, my wife also has come. So both will go. So that was the first time after 23rd, 72, 73, I happened to have darshan of Swami close, very close. Interview room. I was.
You were inside the interview room.
Yeah, yes.
Wow.
And along with me was some delegates from Tamil Nadu had come. So Swami told him he's Prasanna, cricketer. The pockets are all whole, something. Anyway. So Swami, that's how, ever since then, as Swami's wishes, as he desires only, I've been having the glorious days of having darshan of Swami as close as this, holding his hand, because my wife and Vin used to be called quite frequently for interviews.
Wow.
Yeah. But when I used to go there, even though there were many things on my mind, I used to go blank. I don't know why. I used to, have some ideas. Once I saw Swami all blank, absolutely blank. Okay? So, that is how very close Swami, holding his hand, even doing a little bit of massage of, like this, I was sitting next to him, this sort of feeling, this was there for quite some time. And the pinnacle of my, this Swami's darshan and, coming so close was Unity Cup. I got another call intimating that Swami had decided to stage a cricket match. And obviously, we have been to the ground and everywhere. It had a lot of rocks and this and that. Okay, so it has to be. So I thought of Kasturi Rangan,
Yes.
who was very instrumental for the whole ground to be brought to that stage, because he was a curator for our Karnataka State Cricket Association. So I got, and he was so thrilled. He was so thrilled. He accepted he will do it without even looking at the ground condition of it.
Okay.
Because he was so thrilled.
Oh.
He said, anybody will be thrilled with Swami calls you, right?
Yes, yes.
And more so, knowing Swami is, living God,
Yes.
then obviously the date almost fixed. So Kasturangan, he took the total responsibility of bringing the ground to a playable condition, including the laying of the wicket, the outfield, And look, I'm not saying you, it's all Guru Swami's this one. But one thing, first 2 months Swami did not interfere. Afterwards, every Sunday we used to go to Puttaparthi because we had to monitor the progress. Swami used to come, call us, find out how the progress is going on. And it's all his desire only. He knew how the things will happen because we are only an instrument. We are nobody. But such a heavy job was given to us. With Swami's grace, we are able to bring the whole ground, Hillview Stadium, including a pavilion for for the separate for players.
Yes.
Meticulously planned, everything was done. And I can never forget those 9 months. Looking forward I had so many problems, at home, but I was only looking forward for Sunday to go to Puttaparthi to, or Saturday, come and I can never forget how Swami looked after us and really took care of us. The whole thing was done. He monitored it in such a way on that day. And a match was played earlier to that with the Karnataka team. Vishwanath was the captain and I was another.
It was a Prasanna 11. One team was called Prasanna 11.
Yeah, whatever.
The trial match.
Okay. Okay. And to see the condition of the wicket, everything was there. That was another experience. But most importantly, the debate was whether to have a World 11 to play or some country side to play, Pakistan side or like that. But as you know that Arjuna Ranatunga was also at that point of time, he used to come to Puttaparthi to have darshan, along with some of the Sri Lankan cricketers. Then it was decided Sri Lankan team will come and play against a combined 11. So Pakistan players were there, Zahir Abbas and Javed Binda, many people.
Yes.
I cannot forget that how Unity Cup with Swami, his play is such, everything went off so smoothly and the Puttaparthi people, nearly about 25,000-30,000 people were there. In the experience of 9 months, I wish I could get it again. Honestly.
And today we are getting the chance to relive those days, sir. We are so happy.
No, really. Lot of things. Now I feel, and then of late, experiences are many. Whenever I see a car with a low sticker, Om Sai Ram, only Swami comes into my mind. And I must tell you also about Varna. See, now that there is so much of, I have retired, basically I don't involve myself in so much of cricket and cricket activities. So like anyone else, family man, like I lost my wife about 3 years ago. So my daughter is she is sacrificing her life for me. So we watch TV like anyone else. So my daughter, who had been to Varanasi about 6-7 years ago, so because many foreign tourists go to Varanasi, my presumption is on two counts. One is they've heard so much about the spiritual, the holiness of that place, and the way in which people aspire to leave the soul, and everyone believes that the ultimate, if someone happens to do that, die there, they go to, heaven or Vaikuntha, whatever you call it. They all know the history. And many tourists, they go every year to experience and they're all such people. So we were attracted by one person's video clipping. So we were watching. I was also watching by my daughter was saying, oh, I've been here, this is puja for guises and all that, It was very fascinating. And what is it, Manik Ghat or something like that?
Manikarnika
Ghat, where 24/7, even the person who was a guide. So what has happened is now my daughter thinks more about more spiritual, like elevated soul and this and that. So when we listen to them, we realize that people like them, they have realized they are all elevated. Okay? And I still remember Swami playing, life is a game, play on, like also love all fear, I mean, Swami's, so many things are so true. Okay, but we human beings, I think we take it with a little, easily, I would say. But anyway, coming back to one last. So we were watching one TV. Suddenly we saw a cab going Sai Ram, Om Sai Ram. My daughter said, "Say, oh Sai Ram," Swami, immediately Swami came into picture. And then suddenly that person goes into the shopping complex and shopping center. There you see Swami's photograph. So my daughter said, look, Swami is there, Swami there. So my daughters immediately interpreted, no, Swami is telling you, I'm here with you. And you must be going astray, So you better get on to the right track. I mean, it's quite but natural. I was so delighted to see Swami. The latest experience I am having Swami. And the only saddest thing is when my wife was not keeping too well, she was admitted in hospital. That was the time when Swami passed away. I did. Then my daughter saw my predicament in uneasiness, both ways. But more so with Swami, because, he's God. She said, no, you go to Puttaparthi and come back. It is on her directive sort of thing. I rushed to Puttaparthi. At that time, not many people could recognize me because I was not. After some time, in the last interview, my wife told Swami, I'm not going to come anymore here. Okay, why? No, but okay, you'll see me as a star. You'll see me as a star. That's what his last words was. Don't worry, but I'll be there. You will see me as a star, brighting star. These are the words. So afterwards, we are not gone there. So it's quite but natural. Sevadal people need not know Prasanna. After all, what? So came Swami's guidance. No doubt, I had to go through the hurdles. So again, when Sevadal recognized me, he took me inside. And it was where I could offer my last prayers to him. And as I said earlier, my Swami's experience, Pinnacle is Unity Cup. It is unbelievable because every weekend interview room to update the progress of the ground, preparation for this, who are all coming, team formation,
In fact, when you think about the Unity Cup, and in 9 months you preparing the ground in the pitch, and I know at that point in time the ground was in 2 levels, and the ground had to be put on 1 level, and you have to grow the grass, and I think there's a lot
of
work,
sand and
sand was
and
taken
all
from
rocks has to
Bangalore.
be removed.
Yeah.
The fresh wicket has to be prepared.
Yeah. I think it was absolutely a very Herculean task, and to be...
No, it was only, it looked Herculean task now, but Swami is there with you all the time. He may be giving darshan inside, but he is there with you on the ground. Because first half of the day, before, having come back to the darshan hall, he was there with us, without his knowledge. In fact, the final few days when he came, we still remember, Swami, we want you to just walk so the grass will grow automatically.
Yeah, you wanted Swami to walk on the pitch.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
And he did walk.
He did walk.
Wow.
He did walk around. And the grass all grown. It was green top. I mean, it's only Swami can do it.
I mean, I think I remember you saying to someone that the very fact that it was done in those 8-9 months was quite unthinkable.
7 months, I think.
7 months, yeah. But I think it started in March, April, and
Yeah.
the match happened in December. And the way it happened, you yourself were astounded that it worked out.
Yes, of course. I mean, it's a experience by itself. But if you flash back, if you look back, it made all look very easy, as though it's just like any other construction it was. Because the man behind the whole thing, who played the game was Swami. No one knew, but we knew, you know. So I think something which stay with me is Swami's magnanimity, his kindness, his concern about humanity. I mean, I'm talking now on a broader perspective, not as a cricketer or a unity club, because he was all the time, whatever speech he used to give, he was all concerned about humanity,
It occurs to me that, in 72, he clean bowled you. He absolutely bowled you over when he called you inside in
Yeah.
Shivam. And,
Can you believe it? When Sevadal just came, pulled me inside, no, sir, come.
yes.
And I didn't know where I was going.
I think till date you don't know why they called you, right?
I didn't even know it. I just accompanied them basically. To be very honest, when the Kolkata people had come, I accepted with my eagerness to have Darshan one. Okay, I mean, as I said earlier. And with that I went, and I don't expect, I mean, when the other things happen, you get stunned.
Yeah.
And I don't know how he called me. As I entered, he, in that house where he was, first floor, he started coming slowly. Then he asking me all those questions. Till today I have no answer, but I think he must be knowing it, why he called me.
So that shower of vibhuti that he did at that point in time, to me, it means so many things, because one, he was sort of preparing you for that tasks that was lying ahead for you in the Unity Cup. Was such a major role you played. But when you think about it on the earthly plane, that was the time when he started preparing you slowly. And you are also at that time at the peak of your...
Okay, in between I tell you, before, there's a gap between Unity Cup and the job entrusted to us about the match, and many visits, the other experiences I can share is, myself, Vishwanath, was taken in the car to the hospital.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
During the Unity Cup times? Huh?
No,
Before?
just before. One of the,
Okay.
we were offered dosa.
Oh, by Swami?
Yes, Swami.
Oh, wow.
Hey, you must eat. No? Okay. That's one. And then it's beyond an ordinary person, divine God offering you dosa.
Yeah.
I think of it as
sometimes fantasy. It's fantasy and ecstasy. Sir,
I do not know, okay? Something out of the world. Yes. The other thing is, once we had been to Vrindavan, the bhajan was going on, and suddenly I saw Swami turning pale blue, like Krishna. This experience I'm trying to tell you is a fact. I was watching, become, Krishna color, that pale blue, green, Krishna, what you see in... I just told somebody, can you see? He didn't say, no, he was not that keen. So we came out, I came out, we are coming back. I told my wife, see, I saw Swami turning bluish grey, like Krishna's bhajan was going on.
Oh.
Okay. And then she turned around and told me, what? What you're saying? I said, look, this is it. I saw. He said, the lady who was sitting next to me saw the same thing. She said, I said, that's funny. Then we were traveling, we came. There was one engineer by name, I forgot. He has done that arch. Brigadier,
Brigadier Bose. Brigadier Bose.
Yeah. He was standing outside. He asked me, can you give a drop? We were staying in, he was coming like, yeah, we know. Then when I was narrating this, he narrated his story, saying that one day when he was addressing, he fell flat and gone.
Yes.
Swami went on finishing his course and he went up to him, both get up, you have got a lot of work to do.
Yes.
He told me about this and he told me, you come tomorrow, I'll try to give you my book. But the book was out of circulation.
Swami gave him a second life then.
Yeah, he gave. I remember that. He has written in book or something.
Yes.
I have not got that book. So when I was narrating this, so it confirmed, it is true. Swami can give any darshan. So he gave me Krishna darshan.
Wow. And it happened in Vrindavan.
And Vrindavan. Another thing is, when myself and my wife was there, inside the interview room, at that time I think Swami had not got into this wheelchair business, but I still was working, struggling. So we had to help. We also, he was telling us about his Shiri Baba, okay? When I hold his right hand, I could just imagine a huge figure. I led him to the door.
Oh, okay. He gave the chance to hold his hand.
Hold his arm, But I could see him, but I could imagine, that huge
figure of Shri Sai.
Because Shri Baba, you say. So, it is something, Unity Cup, pinnacle of my, this one, and many things like this has happened to me. So, I think I have gone astray. He has to bring me back with all. No. I believe. You see, he is the type of a master who wants to have his devotees, on the right track. So.
And, whatever you shared about the Unity Cup is so
it's a miracle.
precious. It's a miracle.
It's a miracle.
Yes.
But I wouldn't like to call it a miracle only because Swami is there, Nothing will go wrong, I knew. But I'm, what should I say, not grateful to Swami, Swami is the one who is instrumental. And Swami gave me that opportunity. So it is something I can never forget.
I think it was unthinkable at that point in time also to imagine such a international level cricket match in a little town like Puttaparthi.
In fact, I was just thinking, I only hope Swami blesses BCCI, because in England they had a sort of a tradition that whenever an Indian team goes, or this is our personal experience, there is one match which is a lighter match, a team combined with all Indians who are staying there with some English players to play against as a starting of the tour.
Yeah.
Northflex, some Duke of Northflex 11, something like that. I was hoping that any team that comes to India, they first play in Puttaparthi because they had the ground.
Wow.
And sort of, it's a great thing to know, but I only hope it did not happen. I wish it happens.
Yeah, we never know his plans. We never know how his plans work out, and everything works in so many
dimensions. It was in my
dimensions.
mind, and still it is in my mind, that As a touring side when they come, no? Now New Zealanders have come.
Correct.
Okay, they are playing. Instead of playing 3 tests, one game
yeah.
here,
Wow.
then they took off the
Awesome.
rest 3, like that.
Awesome. What a beautiful thought, sir. And it's really awesome. And when you are saying this, I'm feeling it is Swami who is inspiring you to say this, because
No, I want that Swami to do it.
and when you think about it, as we dwell a little more on the Unity Cup, the whole purpose was about unity only. You had players from Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, all in one team. They were all together.
Yes, and Indian cricketers.
And England. And you had all of them together.
Yes.
And when you think about it,
I think we had Clive Lloyd also.
Clive Lloyd, yes, Clive Lloyd sir was there. You had Zahir Abbas sir also who had come, and I think Alvin Kalvicharan sir also was there.
Alvin Kalvicharan was
very much
also
involved.
a devotee,
Devotee, yes.
He used to stay with.
Absolutely, yeah. And when I think about the Hillview Stadium, you have the statues of all the gods and of all religions. You have there Shiva statue, Buddha statue, Zoroaster statue. It was like unity of all religions, and you had players of different countries. And it was a match also with no commercial intentions. When you look at it was absolutely free, everything.
Baba never believes in that. Baba never believes in that.
Yes.
So
in a way, it was played in the true spirit of the game. In a way, there was absolutely no other intention.
In the true spirit of Swami only we played. Not in the game.
Yes, true spirit of Swami. Yeah. You really reflected what goes on in the hearts of so many devotees. Everybody wants to see him, and you really echoed that feeling. Thank you so much.
Sai Ram.